Hello, everybody. Welcome to the class. How are you tonight?
Hello, teacher. Nice, relax.
Perfect. So it's Friday. That is very good.
Friday, and I at my workplace.
Really still working?
Yeah.
What time do you usually finish?
And tomorrow, tomorrow at the night is my last day shift, night shift.
Ah, okay. All right.
At the other, at the Sunday, Monday, from Sunday, I have 4 days day off.
Okay, that's good. So you rest.
Yes, and go back Sunday, Monday, Thursday at night again.
Ah, okay. So that is not that bad. It's good.
It's not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because you work a lot, but also you rest a lot. So it's like a balance, right?
It's a,
Oh.
equilibrium, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an equilibrium. Yeah. The balance is one of my favorite words. Balance is very important.
Yep.
Good. Okay. So let's check. Let's start tonight. So let me show you about the platform so you know where you have to be. So tonight we are in class number 19, and this is the class of tonight. And the homework for tonight is the 3.7. Okay. So you just need to find which is the option, the correct option, and that's it. So remember that next Monday, we're going to finish the unit 3, and then we'll start the last unit. So next weekend, not this weekend, not tomorrow, but the next weekend, we need to finish, right? We need to finish everything. So everything is fine for the next module that hopefully is going to be very soon. Okay, so that is important, my friends. I also remember about the survey. I was telling you about the survey that is going to be sent to you maybe this week. You have to do it together. I mean, with us on the class on Friday, 21st. That is the last class of this month. Good. So let's check the attendance. Okay, Christian Alexander Arevalo Delgado. Daniel Antonio Luna.
Present, teacher.
Good. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present.
Good. Erika Yasmin Martínez Carpio. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez. Germán Alexander Durán Linares. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez. José Alberto Baños Hernández. Carla Lorena Leiva Contreras. Very good. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán. Lucy Natalie Juárez de Ramírez. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado.
Present, teacher.
Good. Nelson Antonio Herrodas Rosales. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández. Good, Nelson. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamenco. Good. Zulma Janet Ramírez Ábalos. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemus. David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez.
Present, teacher.
Very good. Perfect, my friends. So it's nice to see you once again. We almost finished. Mine is very fast, right? How everything is moving. So let's take advantage of the class and let's practice. So we're going to start with the book so we can move on and check. Let me just check here. Well, actually, there is a video that is there on the book that we're going to watch, but it's too long. It's 18 minutes. I believe that is too much time for us to see that in the class. So I'm going to play just maybe the half of it, 8-9 minutes, so we can discuss about that, okay? Or maybe less, because depends on some things. Let's see how it goes. Here we go.
Thank you so much. Just close your eyes for a minute. Just go ahead. Close your eyes for a minute. And imagine that you are standing on a ledge of a building which is 3-story high. And imagine that the building is on fire. And if you knew that the right answer for you is to jump in the next 30 seconds, how many of you will jump? I guess everybody. Imagine you are on that ledge of a building with your entire team. 10, 100, 1,000. And the building is on fire. And you are the only one who knows the right answer is to jump in the next 30 seconds for all of you to be saved. And you turn to your team and say, jump. What do? They jump because you said so. Or they don't jump because you said so. Think about it. I was standing on a ledge of a building in 2005 with 25,000 of my colleagues as the new leader, and they looked up to me as to what to do next. I knew that the right answer is to jump. But somewhere in my heart, I knew that we as leaders have done nothing to win the trust of our employees. And therefore, even if I say jump, would they jump? Did they jump? I will come to that story in a bit, but let's rewind a bit and tell you a story about how did I get on the ledge of that building in the first instance. In India, and that is true with many parts of the world, when a child is born, it is considered auspicious for the grandmother, I call her Amma, walks up to the child, is the first to pick up the child. And she picks up this child in her hands and defines a vision for that child. That vision has no data. That vision has no logic. And she says, your fingers are so long, you'll be an artist. Your forehead is so wide, you'll be a NASA scientist. Everybody in the family believes in that vision. When the girl grows up, that vision becomes her ambition, becomes her pursuit, and then becomes her reality. I was fortunate to be born in my Amma's house. Those days, children were born in homes, not hospitals, on this huge bed which could sleep 9 people. My Amma picked me up, and I guess I was waiting for this vision. And she picked me up and defined this vision and said, Vineet, this boy is going to do good and he's going to have a steady job. What? I guess my grandmother didn't see anything to say something more profound. But not true. 23 years later, armed with this MBA degree, I walked through the corridors of my first job at HCL. 4 weeks later, I was called into the room with these 4 grim-looking people who had this single sheet of paper in front of them. They sat me down and said, "Vineet, we don't think you fit into our organization." I don't know what I was most disappointed about. The fact that I was rejected, or the fact that even that vision which my grandmother thought of me has collapsed. I still remember that night. It was very long, very painful, very frustrating. But by the time the morning came, my life had changed. With the sun rays, I made 2 commitments to myself. The first, that I will do everything in my power to outsmart these self-proclaimed gods who believe in leading by rejecting rather than accepting. And second, that one day I will be the CEO of this company and show them the way. Somebody has rightly said, you need to be a bit careful about what you wish. 2 decades later, time had turned a full circle. The chairman of HCL, who's a brilliant man with, uncanny intuition and foresight, invited me to be the CEO of HCL. I was afraid. Not that I was not happy to be a CEO, but I was afraid, not because my first commitment was turning right, but my second commitment, that did I know how to lead by accepting rather than rejecting? And I said, how would I know unless I try? And that is the reason I was on that ledge of the building with 25,000 other employees who were waiting for my direction to jump. Because we wanted to transform HCL to be the best company in the world. Transform is a very interesting word, changing the form of something permanently. In my mind, you can transform the company in 2 ways. First, by innovating in what you do, which is the obsession of the world, to be a Google, to be a Facebook, to be a Tesla. But it is a more interesting human way of transforming yourself, using innovation about how you treat your employees, about how you run your company. By increasing the clock speed of your organization, you can actually outperform all your competition with the same product, the same customer, the same market. Why don't people get it? Our journey of thinking about innovation on the how axis rather than what axis started with 3 fundamental questions. The first, what is the business we are in? And our answer, we are in the business of creating unique experiences, unique value for our customers, and the more unique we are, the higher market share we will create. Second question, where does this unique experience, unique value get created, and who creates this unique experience and unique value? Answer, it gets created where our customers and our employees meet. In that interface, we call the value zone, and our employees in that value zone create that unique experience. That's the third question. If our employees are the unique value, or are creating the unique value which helps us grow faster, then what should the role of managers and management in any company be? And the obvious answer for us was nothing but enthusing, encouraging, enabling those employees to create the unique experience so that we can grow faster. What is not obvious about that? And that is how employees first, customer second was born, where the management is in the business of enthusing, encouraging, enabling people, and employees are in the business of customers first. Ideas are great, but they are, many of them fail on the pedestal of execution. Our study of revolutions, our study of Indian revolutions, where Mahatma Gandhi came to the shores of India in 1915 with this inspirational idea of nonviolence. He came to the shores of, in 1915, we had this inspirational leader with the inspirational idea, and yet it took 32 years for India to gain independence. So we studied revolutions, we studied transformations on sports teams, we studied organization transformation.
Okay, yeah. If you want to see the whole video, the link is on the book. Just click on that one and you will be able to see it. But by now, what did you understand on the video, on the part that we saw already?
We talked about the employees are the most valuable for the company.
Very good. Go ahead. Let's please continue.
Only
Only that. Okay, very good. Yeah, that is the basics on this video. That, I mean, some companies is very common, or maybe you have heard that they have a motto. Do you know what a motto is? A motto? Okay, a motto is like slogan, right? So that is the motto. And one of the most common mottos is customers is first, right? So that is very common. So the video is telling us that customer is not first, employees are first, because the employees are the ones who help the company grow and are the ones who can show you or can act with you. I mean, they are loyal, you are good with them, and things like that. So that is the main point of the whole video. If you see it, you will be able to check out that one. Any other comment on the video by now?
Yes, he said, if you take care your employees take care your customers.
Very true. That is so right. If you really care about your employees, they will do a very good job. And I believe that is why, I don't remember the end of the video, but I remember that that's the reason why he said that he's in the ledge of a building, right, ready to jump. So if you're a good leader, even when the other people, even when the employees, they see that might be dangerous or risky, they trust you, right? And they will be able to jump because you say so, because they trust you. And also, if they don't jump, they won't jump because they don't trust you. Okay? Loyalty is in both ways. It's not only that the employees have to be loyal to you, you have to be loyal to the employees as well. It's like any relationship, right? If you are loyal to your husband and wife, that person is loyal to you. So it's very interesting. The video is also very interesting, and the accent from Indian people is kind of interesting as well. Any other comment on the video? Okay, hey, today we have a homework. Do you remember that you are going to teach the class anything? Whatever you want to teach, tonight you are going to be the teacher. Nice, very good. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, we are going to continue with the book. Okay, how to use it clauses. Remember that a clause is like two ideas together. So the chart, let's see. David Alexander, could you please read the chart? Not possible for David. Samantha, could you please help me reading the chart?
Yes, teacher. Use it plus an adjective, essential, vital,
Vital.
vital, etc. And plus an adjective, an infinitive verb to express that something is relevant. Continue.
Yes.
Okay. It is crucial to create a crisis management team.
Crisis.
Sorry. And it's essential to identify potential crises.
Very good. Perfect. Thank you, Samantha. So, it clause, the formula is like this. So we're going to use it first. Then an adjective that is going to represent the important part. And then an infinitive verb that is the action that has to be relevant, right? And that is for you to express that something is very important, relevant. Something is like a must. For example, it is crucial to create a crisis management team. So crucial is the most important part. It's crucial. So this is very important. What is important? To create. What we need to create? A crisis management team. So that will be the structure. Next one says it's essential to identify potential crises. Okay, so that will be also very, very important, the structure. And if it's negative, it's going to be something like it is crucial not to. So the not is going to be before the infinitive verb. It's not there, but that is the structure, okay? So if by any chance you want to create something negative, it's going to be it is plus the adjective plus not and the infinitive verb. And of course the complement. Do you have any questions with the it clauses? Okay. All right, so we're going to then go to the exercise. And number one says it, well, you have to unscramble, of course, the words and then you create a sentence. For example, it is important to assist legal agencies. So I'm going to give you time for you to finish the exercise. Do you have any questions about the exercise before we do it? Okay, so I will give you a few minutes for you to finish the exercise. I will be here if you have questions. Okay, so let's check. Who wants to share number 2?
Me, teacher.
Perfect. Go ahead, please, Carla Lorena.
I think it is necessary to provide accurate information.
Perfect. Very good. That is the correct answer. Who wants to share then number 3?
Me, teacher.
Okay, please go ahead.
It is human to make a mistake.
It is human to make mistakes. Very good. Number 4.
Teacher, and number 3 is it is human, but to make is two times.
Well, it's going to be, it is human to make. You're right, make. Make is twice. Of course, you are going to use only one. Good. Okay, but you are right, you know, because it can be something like that. Make mistakes. To make, no, but it's fine. I mean, make mistakes is human. To make mistakes. Yeah, it's going to be like that because of the two. Okay, very good. Perfect. So number 4.
Me, teacher.
It
It is, oh, continue.
no, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. It is critical to prepare for litigations and claims.
Very good, perfect. It is critical to prepare for litigations and claims. So litigations, what is litigations?
It's like the first job for a lawyer.
Lawyers, very good. So it's about, yeah, when you go to court and discuss in front of the judge. And claims, do you remember what is a claim? A claim is like when you are not happy about a service and you submit a claim to tell, right, hey, this is not good, I want that to be fixed, or I want my money back, or anything like that. So that is a claim. Okay, number 5, Samantha.
It is responsible to show a proof of expertise.
Very good. It's responsible to show a proof of expertise. What is proof of expertise? Anybody knows?
Like a prueba.
Proof is like that. Yeah, proof. And when you say proof of expertise is when you have to show proof that you actually had experience in something, that you really can do something, that you are an expert on something. Like, for example, when we finish the English course, you are going to do the TOEFL. Did you know that one? You are going to do the TOEFL, that is a worldwide accreditation. So when you do that one and you have your certificate, that is going to be proof of expertise in English for you. Of course, there are different levels in the test. So depending on you is the level that you are going to have. Okay, it's a very good test. It's going to be 2 hours. One part is grammar, another part is writing. The writing part is an essay. So these things that we're checking, like the grammar, the structures and things, are very important for the essay. And there is a listening and there is a speaking part. So you are going to record your voice, and then the people that evaluate you, they are going to listen to that. They give you like a topic. Okay, this is the topic, speak. And you have, I don't remember, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I remember, that you're going to speak about that one. And they are going to evaluate you. And when you finish the test, they are going to tell you what is the level that you have in English. So let's practice English. It's very important. Number 6. Who wants to share number 6?
Me,
Okay.
it is important to manage resources resources effectively.
Very good. It is important to manage resources effectively. Nice. Any questions here? Okay. We're not going to do exercise 4, and we're going to go to number 3. Unit says, I will be able to design a basic crisis communication plan. And it says in the number 1, let's start. How would you define an inadequate crisis management plan? Something that is not good. What could be a management plan that is not good? I believe that it is very easy. Here in El Salvador, I mean, it's very common, right? Big companies, they don't communicate very well. And that happens in small companies and big companies. There are companies that are better than others, but they are always some problems in communication. And then it says, could a lack of communication cause a crisis management plan to fail in mitigation financial loss? Lack. Do you know what is lack?
When you don't have communication or poor
Exactly.
communication.
Very good. That is lack. When you don't have or you have poor of something, right? So the question, my friends, says, could a lack of communication cause crisis management plan to fail in mitigation financial loss? What do you think?
The communication is very important because if there isn't communication, uh, go will going if if don't if there isn't communication, you can have problems. For example, you have your boss say you information, and you know that information, but others co-workers don't have that communication. If you only have that, you can have a problem because the co-workers don't have the new instructions. For example, to prepare to design uh, some, yes, just that.
Okay, very good. Very nice, Alman. That was very good, actually. So, yeah, lack of communication is going to impact anything, right? So if you don't have a very good communication in anything, no worries, Hector. And then, of course, the plan is not going to be good, right? You need to have good communications and many things. So let's do the exercise number 2. Match the terms to their corresponding meanings. So we have update, drill, press release, mitigate, stakeholder, and spokesperson. You can use the dictionary for you to look for the meaning of the word so you can match the correct. So I will give you a few minutes for you to finish this part.
Buenas noches. Buenas noches, Javier.
Oh, okay. Did you finish or do you need more time? You finished, right? Okay. What is update?
Bringing someone up to date.
Perfect. Update is bringing someone up to date. Nice. What is drill?
Lessen the gravity of a crisis.
To lessen the gravity of a crisis. Nice. What is press release?
Official statement issued to newspaper with information on a particular matter.
Perfect. That is it. Official statement issued to newspapers with information on a particular matter. Good. What is to mitigate?
The last one, the practice of the procedure to be followed in an emergency.
Very good. The practice of the procedure to be followed in an emergency. Okay, and stakeholder.
A person with an interest in or concern.
Very good. A person with an interest or concern in a business. And what is spokesperson?
Someone engaged or elected to speak on behalf of others.
Perfect. Someone engaged or elected to speak on behalf of others. Nice, you did it. Do you have any questions here?
Teacher.
Yes.
Spokesperson is like in Spanish orador, like a person who dict ¿cómo se llama? I lost the name, but in a forum say a lot of words. This is a spokesperson. It's like it's similar.
No, it's not like that. Spokesperson is vocero. Is someone that represents a company to say things that are the official things. That will be it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so it says group work. The following are the steps to take into consideration when developing a crisis communication plan. Discuss their order with your classmates. So what we're going to do is first to check the pronunciation and to read, and then we're going to do the exercise, okay? So first I am going to read. Then we're going to check the pronunciation. Then we're going to check the vocabulary. And then in groups, you are going to decide which one is the order, okay? It's going to be individual, we're going to do it. Actually, we don't need to go in the break rooms. So check the pronunciation. Here we go. Practice and drill. Revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, choose the situations you have identified as potential crises and use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team, the people representing all main aspects of the organization, operations, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication processes and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates. Do you have any pronunciation questions?
Teacher, accordingly. Okay.
Yeah, accordingly.
Accordingly. Okay.
Any other pronunciation questions? Okay, no more pronunciation questions. So now we're going to read. We're going to read the three parts, okay, together. So the first one is going to be Hector Francisco.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, please.
Practice and drill. Revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis and use the draft.
Crisis.
Sorry?
Crisis.
Crisis. And use the draft communication and conduct mock teacher?
Yeah, mock
interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process.
Please continue.
Continue.
Yes.
Okay. Identify the crisis team.
Crisis.
The people representing all main aspects. Crisis. The people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Continue?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place and advantage is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channel you will identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates. Update.
Very good. Thank you very much, Hector. So next one is Daniel Antonio Luna.
Okay. Identify the crisis team.
All, please. Practice and drill.
Okay. Practice and drill. Revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis and use the draft communication and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Continue?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Identify the crisis team, the people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team made decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good. Perfect. Thank you very much, Daniel Moon. Vanessa Noemi.
Practice and drill, revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis and use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team. The people representing all main aspects of the organizations, operations, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication processes and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect. Thank you very much. David Alexander. Not possible for you. Fatima Aguilar.
Practice and drill. Revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis. And use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly and repeat the process.
Please continue.
Or identify the crisis team. The people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop.
Continue.
Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Holman Saul.
Practice and drill, revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis and use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team. The crisis team. The people representing all main aspects of the organization. Operations, management, employees. These teams makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Carla Lorena.
Practice and drill. Revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as a potential crisis and use the draft communication and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team. identify the crisis team.
Good.
The people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team make decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making update.
Very good, perfect. Thank you, Carolina. Let's see. Let's see who's missing. Jamie, Raquel.
Okay. Practice and you revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as potential crisis and use the direct communications and conduct mock interview. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team. Identify the crisis team. The people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team make decisions and keep communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication process and protocol. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channel you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Herman Alexander.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Very nice.
I have to read.
Sí, estamos viendo si va a poner para la pizza. Ah, mentira, sí va a leer. Please read.
¿Quién dijo pizza?
Yeah, okay, good. Little Caesars, yeah, the one with the cheese and the border, right? So that is a good one. Please read, John.
Okay, what paragraph?
All of it, please.
Develop communication.
No, practice, identify, and develop. 3.
3. I can see the page. Only
Which
that.
one?
Not
that is
complete.
what, yeah, all of the practice and drill and until here.
Okay, practice and drill, revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified. I identified as potential crisis and use the draft communication. Drafts. Communication and produce mock interviews. Identify what work. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team. The people representing all main aspects of the organization, operation, management, employees. This team makes decision and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication processes and protocols, approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
All right, very good, perfect. Next one is Osvin. Is it possible for you, Osvin? This is not possible. Nelson also is sick. Manuel, is it possible for you, Manuel?
Okay, teacher.
Good.
Practice and drill. Revise, practice, and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identified as a potential crisis and use the draft communication and conduct mock interview. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis teams, the people representing all main aspects of the organization: operation, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication pros and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Let's see who.
Thank you, teacher.
Erica, Jasmine, is possible for you? Not possible. Samantha.
Yeah. Practice and drill. Revise. Practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situations you have identified as a potential crisis and use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team, the people representing all main aspects of the organization's operations, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication process and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible to making updates.
Very good, perfect, thank you. José Alberto Baños.
Yes, teacher.
Is it possible for you to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Practice and drill, revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situations you have identified as potential crisis and use the draft communications and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team, the people representing all main aspects of the organizations, operations, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication processes and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect. Thank you. That was nice. Lucy, Nathalie.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Practice and drill. Revise, practice and drill again. When you drill, use the situation you have identify as potential crisis, and use the draft communication and conduct mock interviews. Identify what works and modify the plan accordingly. Repeat the process. Identify the crisis team, the people representing all main aspects of the organization, operations, management, employees. This team makes decisions and keeps communication up to date in an emergency. Develop communication processes and protocols. Approving procedures in place in advance is critical to respond quickly. Identify the channels you will use to communicate in real time and who is responsible for making updates.
Very good, perfect. Thank you very much. And next one is, let's see, Vanessa Noemi.
I have read.
Ah, okay, you read already. Thank you. Daniel Archimedes. Not possible. Okay, very good. So, let's check some words. You know what is drill because we checked, right? Revise. You know what is revise, right? What do you understand as revise?
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm confused with the word drill. Drill for me is like a hardware for, it's different. Drill, como taladro.
Yeah.
Is similar or is different the context because I not understand the the mean in this case. Drill.
Okay. Yeah, drill in this case is like this one. Do you remember what we put in this? Is lessen the gravity of a crisis, right? So in context of business, that is drill, but you are right. Speaking about general, drill is also taladro. ¿Cuándo va a ser una y cuándo va a ser la otra? Depende del contexto. That is
really, in this case, is make the action for solve a problem. I think.
Yeah, it's like investigating, getting what is the causes of problems so you can fix it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay, so revise. What is revise?
Could be like check.
Like check. That's correct. Okay, and the next one is, let me see, draft. Do you know what is draft?
I not understand the mean, but I hear in basketball draft. I don't know, is like similar draft for select the best player.
It's not the same. I mean, the idea in draft here in business or in general when you're writing a draft, for example, imagine that you want to create a story, a book. You are going to write a book. So you start writing, but the first idea is a draft. You delete some parts and you improve. You do some corrections, and then you have the second draft, the third draft, until you have the final version. So the draft is like the first, second version of something.
I got it. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, this one is interesting. Mock interviews. Do you know what is mock? Okay, mock is like not real, fake, interviews. So it's like, for example, imagine that you say, I want to practice an interview. Can you help me? And I say, okay, let's practice interviews. And we pretend that we are doing it. So that is mock. It could be a mocking call, a mocking anything. Actually, in movies, there is a genre that is called mockumentary. It's like a documentary, but it's not real. I mean, that is fiction. But the format of the movie is like a documentary, but it's not a real thing. So that is why it's called mockumentary. Okay, let's see. The next one is I don't see any other actually. No, I don't see any other. Okay, do you have any questions? Vocabulary?
Can you repeat what is draft, teacher?
Yeah, a draft. I will tell you that in Spanish, borrador. Okay, so it's something that is not the final version. Any other question? Okay, so now we're going to do the exercise. You know what is the first paragraph, second paragraph, and the third paragraph. So we're going to decide the order. Okay, so what is the order and the process? Which one is first one, which is the number 2, and which one is number 3? I will give you a few minutes for you to check into that one, okay? Okay, so which one is the number one according to you?
Identify the crisis team.
Very good. Identify the crisis team. Definitely, that is very important. And the number two?
Maybe could be the develop communication processes and protocols.
That is number two. Very good, perfect. And what about number three, of course, is?
Practice and drill. Revise, practice, and drill again.
Practice and drill, revise, practice and drill again. Very good, my friends. That was amazing. Nice. Do you have any question before we continue?
Clear, teacher.
Okay, it's time for the homework. Nice. You are going to teach the class anything that you want to teach. We have a few listeners, so I believe it's not going to be a lot of people, but let's see how it goes. So, who wants to be the first one?
Me, teacher.
Very good. Kyle, very nice, the first one. Let's listen to her.
You can see.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
I will teach you how to make a pupusas.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
I hope you give some pupusas.
Pupusas are a typical food from El Salvador. There are many varieties of pupusas, but the most common ones are the cheese with loroco, cheese with fried bean, or cheese and fried bean and minced pork. I don't know if it is correct, fried minced pork for chicharrones.
Yeah, you can say only pork. Pork is fine. But that is good, yeah.
The ingredients, maseca dough, cheese, loroco, fried beans, minced pork, oil, and water. And first, you have to prepare everything
separately.
Separately. The fried beans, the cheese with loroco, and the minced pork. The beans are blended, then fried until a certain consistency is achieved. Next, you have to mix the cheese with loroco. I like to make the minced pork myself. I boil and blend and fry all by myself. You have to wait for all ingredients to come to room temperature. To make the pupusa dough, you have to add the flour mix and start adding cold water and mix it until it's mostly combined. Mix using your hands. The most popular brand to make pupusas and the one I am used to is Maseca. You have to put the grill on the fire with a little oil. This will prevent the pupusa from sticking. Finally, take a portion of the dough. How is the pronunciation?
Dough.
Dough. And for a kind of casserole with your hands. Fill with the bean paste, cheese, and minced pork. Close. It depends. Is only cheese or cheese with loroco or cheese with beans or cheese with beans and minced pork. Close and shape it by pressing with your hand. Then on a hot grill, cook the pupusa for a few minutes on each side until they are golden brown, like in the picture.
Okay.
Serve the pupusas with cabbage and sauce.
Nice. Very good. Perfect. Very nice. Thank you very much. It was very interesting. Tomorrow I'm going to cook pupusas. Nice. Thank you, Lorena. It was very interesting.
Only.
Very nice. Very good. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Look
Nice.
easy, it look easy, but it's difficult.
Yeah, it's not that easy. You can see when you are going to eat pupusas, like how they cook. It's not that easy. Very good. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, who wants to be the next one?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Daniel Antonio.
Okay, let me share. Okay, I will talking about security.
Okay.
As you know, a few years ago, I was at work as a driver, and I have, I think, I have the experience for drive. It's not only a sedan, a sedan car. I drive as a truck. I drive. I drive. I'll say. I'll say a minibus with 25 people inside. And it's like was part of my job. I'm talking about the safety elements who you should consider to keep in the car. We talk about this element, the spare tire. Spare tire is necessary, but if your tire is flat, you can change easily. And we have a safety vest. If the safety vest is necessary, and you can use it for the other people see at night. If you have problems at night, you can use the safety vest. You can use the flashlight, and you can use the other tools. We have the fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher is very important because if you have problems with your car, you can use for don't have problems, and you can avoid how do you say, teacher, ticket, traffic ticket? I don't know.
That is a fine.
A fine. Okay, that is a fine, and to do better for the maintenance or repair the vehicle. These are elements that I consider to be indispensable to keep in your car. How I say it is better to have them and not use them than to have to use and not have them. This is my homework.
Very good. It was very good, the ending. So yeah, it's a very good advice. It's better to have them all and don't need them. But if you need them, you don't have any of those, it's a problem. Very good, perfect. Thank you. It was very interesting. Anybody has a question for Mr. Luna? Very good, perfect. Who wants to be the next one? Thank you, Daniel. Who is the next one? Okay, I'm going to choose them. Let's see, David Alexander.
Hi, teacher, in this moment he working.
Ah, okay. All right. Fatima Aguilar.
So, I prepare cheesecake. The first crush the cookies, and when these are the dust, add the previously melt butter on the fire, add into the container and shape it around. And then put in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. Second, for the mix Greek yogurt with vanilla, cream cheese, condensed milk, and a few drops of lemon. And this mix add to the biscuit base. And this one, this cheesecake, put in the microwave. Microwave. Microwave is or no, teacher? It's
Microwave.
oven.
Oven is that one. Oven.
Oh, it's in this oven.
Oven, yeah.
Is for 118 grades.
Degrees.
And this one make the cheesecake.
Okay, very good, interesting. That is a very nice dessert. Very good. Thank you, Fatima. Okay, let's listen to Holman Saul.
Hi, I don't have a presentation.
Don't worry, but you can just say things.
Let me check. And I have the I going to talk about wash a car.
Okay.
And well, the most important are the instruments. Well, if you don't want to pay to wash, you can wash your car also. I think it's very important wash early in the morning around 8 a.m. because the sun it's not good idea to wash a car. I think you have to do in early in the morning. Well, the most important is use the instruments like towels, and a lot of water, shampoo, and clean window cleaner, and different towels for different things. Towel for dry, towel for the window, towel for the shampoo. And well, you have the instruments, you uh you I don't remember, how can I say, mojar,
Get wet.
the car, and after that you put shampoo, you put the shampoo, and then you you uh, you use the water to and then you dry the car, you dry the car with a dryer, or you can use a dryer, and then you use a towel, and you have to clean the into the car clean with a aspiradora, I don't remember,
Vacuum.
a vacuum, or you can use a other thing for. And then it's important uh, put I send I send as a lotion, or I send a good scent for the car. And just check the car, and look in and say, oh, it's okay for drive.
Okay, very good. Interesting. Yes. And yes, actually, it's something that you can do it, right? Even if you don't want to use a regular uh, thing for you to water the car, you can buy one that is kind of professional, and they are not that expensive for one car, of course. Very good. Perfect. Thank you, Holman. Nice. Let's listen now to Jamie Raquel.
Hello.
Hello.
Um, I have nothing prepared, but I can try.
Okay, please. Definitely. Go ahead.
I would like to tell them one goal I have, or I would like to use. My goal is to try to improve good level, good English, and in the same time try to learn another language. Actually, I am learning another language too, but sometimes it's difficult, but because I try not to confuse my brain. And this is my main goal in this year, and I'm going to try to reach it. And another thing that I can see them. I don't know if someone has a question.
Yeah, I remember that you said that you were going to do the test. So are you studying for the test?
Yeah, I study and I trying to get vocabulary because I need to get a test because I trying to get a scholarship and it's a requirement. Requirements.
Okay, requirement. Okay, so I hope you get that one and that you are able to move on. So good luck with that.
Thank you. I hope.
Nice. All right, very good. Let's see who's next. Samantha Marisol.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
I can share my screen.
Of course.
Let me see. Can you see?
Yeah.
I would like to talk about climate change. And this is a big problem to all humanity. So global climate change is the existential threat of our time. It is caused by human activity and its impacts rising sea levels, extreme weather, and natural disasters. And also food insecurity and economic instability, among others. And I would like to share some tips to prevent or stop climate change and that I could do. Like change to sustainable transport, invest in renewable energy, improve farming and encourage vegan diets, and also restore nature to absorb more carbon, protects forests, and protects the ocean, and reduce the plastic that I use. And that's all.
Okay. Do you really believe that it's possible to improve the climate change? What do you think?
I read about that theme and that topic, sorry, and we can change or can stop the climate change, and I have only 5 years to para regresar to back
To get back.
And if I don't do anything, the climate change never stop.
Okay.
So it's possible, but it's necessary to do things right now in the next years.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is a very interesting topic. I mean, it's affecting everybody, right? Here in El Salvador, they're back in China, in the US. Nobody is going to escape for what this is going to happen. So everybody has to be concerned about this one and do something about it. But I mean, that's the problem. The people sometimes they don't care, right? Because they are more into getting products and things. So let's see what happens, right? Very good, nice topic, Samantha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, who hasn't passed? Let me just check. José Alberto Baños.
Hi, teacher. Can I be the last one?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Lucy Natalie.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
I want to talk about how exercising improves our mental health.
Good.
At this time, we usually spend a lot of time in our works and we don't take time for doing some exercise, and that is a very common problem in our society. And that is because we don't have sometimes a lot of time, and always some people have a exercise about some feelings about it that can be difficult, or especially when you're starting a new routine. But I think the first starting it's by working out at your home, and it's very important to make a routine in your life, like you wake up early and make some exercise, and that classic routine can be improved, for example, and have a lot of benefits. For example, reduce stress, sharpens memory, feelings of happiness, stimulates about the relaxations, and improves your confidence, boosts energy. Sometimes when you don't have a lot of energy, exercise is very important that you can start the day, boosts energy, and improves your sleep at the night, and also increases creativity and productivity of your day. And for me, that is a very important thing right now. That is because we have a sedentary life, and that increment the problems, like when you are sickness, or you have a lot of flu sickness, very very usual. And that is because we always have a medication, and we don't have a very good habits about the exercise, or how you can improve your things about food, for example, from healthy food. And that is the topic I want to talk this night. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, actually, exercise is very important, right? We need to do exercise. The problem is that sometimes we don't have time, or we don't want, right? So, but yeah, it's a very good idea to do some exercise, a little bit at least, every day. Nice. Hector Francisco.
Teacher.
Yep.
The presentation, the before presentation, compare. This is very, very simple, my work.
Of course, no worries.
Okay, let me try. Cook rice in a rice cooker.
Okay.
Wash, it's necessary, wash the rice maybe two times. It's very important because the starch prevent proper cooking. It's not necessary to use oil. Put water, half water over the rice. No import the quantity. Ever is each half each ever. Season with chicken, pork, cow, or anything you want. Put onion, pepper in big slice or piece.
Pieces.
If you piece. If you want, use chipiling. For me, for best flavor. While it's cooked, you can see your favorite soap opera and taste. That's
Okay.
it.
Very good. Perfect. Thank you very much. Rice is one of my favorite things. So, and yeah, when you put, I don't know, sometimes I put corn or I put mushrooms or I put some carrots, and chipiling is one thing that is a very nice. So yeah,
It's very good too.
yeah,
If you have you can use shrimp. No, the pronunciation is very difficult for me. Camarones.
yeah,
Shrimp.
shrimps. Yeah,
Shrimp. That very good and nice.
nice. Very good. Thank you very much. Perfect. uh, Daniel, Kimi, this is possible for you?
So sorry, teacher, but I haven't time to do it because I am busy now.
Okay, no worries. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, the last one is Jose Alberto. I don't know if you're ready, or I don't know if you're driving or anything like that. If you're busy, that's fine.
Yes, teacher. I'm driving.
Okay, no worries. That's fine. Be careful. Okay, very good. So it was very interesting.
Teacher,
Go ahead.
I miss.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vanessa. This is your time.
Okay. I'm going to talk about steps to sow a seed. I think it is like a hobby that I get in pandemic.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of time to do anything, and I think I discovered that I like to care plants and so. So you need the seed, obviously. You need a shovel, or you can make it with your hands if you want. You need land. You need a pot, or you can make it with a recycled material, and you need a bottle with water. So the steps are, first you have to get or buy some seeds from your preference. You can get it from a fruit or vegetable. For example, you can take a tomato and cut it without cut the center of the tomato, because in this part there are the seeds. So when you get the seeds, you can use it for a sauce. Also, you can use the seed from avocado, or you can plant some beans, or wherever you can get some seeds from flowers or other plant that you want. Then you have to choose the place where you can sow the seeds, and also it could be a pot, your garden, or making a recycled pot with pot, for example, or another thing that you have in where you can sow the plant. So it's important, the land. If you use a pot, you put it on the pot, the land. Then with your hands or with the shovel, you can make a hole in the land with the depth that could be from 3 to 5 centimeters. Then spray some water, then cover it with the land and spray water again with the seeds in the land, obviously. Then beware to spray a lot of water. You don't want to kill your seeds. And also care your plant every day. It has to receive some sun. It's depend of the seed. You can Google what is the cares of your seed. And if you wait like 5 to 10 days, it's depend of the plant. You will start to watch some stems when the plant is growing. And you can put it fertilizers. Fertilizer when the plants grow. So you can do it in your house because these kind of seeds are like things that you have in your house. So it's easy to sow it. Or also you can use a seeds from a lemon. And I put this kind of seed because I try it and I get it. So in the pandemic, I get some tomatoes, like 10 tomatoes from the seeds that I have sowed. So you can do it in your house.
Okay, very good. Nice, very good. Thank you very much. It's a very nice hobby. And yeah, it's nice because it's always there. The results are always there. So it's a very good thing. Thank you for sharing, Vanessa. All right. All right, my friends, was a very nice class tonight. So we're going to check the attendance and then we're going to go home to bed. So Christian Alexander Arevalo Delgado. Daniel Antonio Luna.
Present, teacher.
Good. Daniel Arquímedes Florentino García.
Present, teacher.
Good. Erica Yasmin Martinez Carpio. Fátima Denise Aguilar Márquez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Germán Alexander Durán Linares.
Present.
Good. Héctor Francisco Morales Rico.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iván Petrovich Guzmán Aquino. Jamie Raquel Escobar Alfaro.
Present.
Good. Holman Saúl Girón Sánchez.
Present.
Good. José Alberto Baños Hernández.
Present.
Good. Carla Lorena Leiva Contreras.
Present.
Good. Kenia Cecilia Ruiz Morán. Lucy Natalie Juárez de Ramírez. Manuel
Right
Antonio.
here.
Good. Manuel Antonio Escamilla Jurado.
Present.
Good. Nelson Antonio Herrodas Rosales. Osvin Alexis Flores Hernández. Samantha. Good, good. Samantha Marisol Campos Flamenco.
Present.
Good. Zulma Janet Ramírez Sábalos. Vanessa Noemí Reyes Lemus.
Present.
Good. David Alexander Rodríguez Sánchez.
Present, teacher.
Good. 101 of tonight for Zulma Janet. So the rest, see you tomorrow. Have a, no, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is for free. Monday. We're going to see each other Monday. Have a good weekend and have a rest. Rest a lot, please. Dream in English.
Thank you. Bye, teacher.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Enjoy the weekend.
Sorry.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Hello.